Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Zealous isn't exactly a word we use often. An online search defines zeal as a passionate pursuit of something, an eagerness or enthusiasm or dedication to something. As I looked up verses about God's zealousness, I realized the insufficiency of that definition. Zealous is closely tied to jealous anger. Jealousy, we understand. When someone provokes God to anger, He responds with wrath and zeal. In fact, many times the same Hebrew word gets translated as jealous or zealous, depending on the translation. When Israel replaced God with idols, He became angry and zealous because He was jealous for His people. When they sinned against Him, it says that they stirred up His zealous anger. God's zeal is directed toward His enemies and Israel's as well. When someone attacks His people, He shows up in zealous vengeance. The Lord also has zeal for His promises. In Isaiah, when He speaks of the remnant of Jews that He promises to protect, or of the Messiah He promises to send, He ends with, "The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this." God is also zealous for His own holy name, His reputation. The Greek equivalent is actually pronounced almost like the English word zealous, and John uses it when quoting Psalm 69:9, which says, "The zeal of your house will consume me," after Jesus cleared the temple of the money changers and the people selling animals. As Jesus' followers, we should have zeal for Him and His word. God commended Phinehas, Aaron's grandson, for acting with zeal and protecting God's honor and His people from straying from Him. Elijah showed zeal for the Lord in his showdown with the prophets of Baal on Mount Carmel. Proverbs 23:17 tells us not to envy sinners, but to be zealous for the fear of the Lord. The New Testament encourages us to never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. I like that word fervor as well. Of course, like everything else, we must remember that zeal for the Lord, His honor, His word, and His people can be misplaced. For example, in the Old Testament, King Saul had zeal for God's people when he tried to kill all the Gibeonites, but he wasn't guided by God's Spirit to do so. Then there were the Pharisees and other Jewish leaders who had zeal for God and the law, but rejected Christ and refused to submit to the Lord. Paul says that he was the same way before his meeting with Jesus on the road to Damascus. His zeal caused him to approve of Stephen's murder and persecute those who followed Jesus. His zeal was for the traditions and laws of the Jews, not for the truth. But after his conversion, his zeal was for preaching the gospel to those who hadn't heard. So zeal can be good or bad. We can have zeal for the Lord, His honor, His word, and His people, like He has, or we can be zealous for our own ambitions, our own goals. One way or the other, zeal involves emotions and actions. Being zealous for God means that we hate sin, just like God does, and we hate anything that comes between us and the Lord. So we should be rooting those things out of our lives and out of our churches and warning others to do so as well. When someone attacks God or His people, we should defend them. When someone slanders God, we should stand up for Him and His honor. When we see a brother or sister stray or fall, we should firmly lead them back to the Lord. How have you seen God being zealous for you? How can you be zealous for Him today?
As always, we'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to share a treasure, support this ministry, or get Carla to speak at an event, please contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.